Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, this is Justin from the State Line Sinners over here in the UK, and you're listening to Outlaw Radio. Hell yeah.
Hi, this is Jeff James,
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
and you're listening to Outlaw Radio. Hello, Cleveland
Hello, Cleveland and the world.
and the world. Welcome back to Outlaws. We are out of the cellar, ready to rock, back at Vespert Studios for another great episode tonight, Jim.
It might not, I hope it's not our last. You know, they're starting to do bombings, I guess.
Yeah, well, we might be in nuclear war soon.
Was Russia really bombed like 2,000 times or something? Wow, man.
They just want to check something. Oh, sweet. Everything sounds great. All right, cool. Outlaw Radio back for another episode. Tonight we have Awaiting Abigail from Texas and Convey the Signs from Cleveland with interviews. We also have music tonight by The Unsatisfied, Stadler, Duke Johnson, Jay Jones, Distant Sun Rising, you heard at the beginning with Black Sun. We also have Circle of Nero. Mr. Moonlight has a cool song that we're going to play after the rant. And then, at the top of the hour, after you heard the first song by Distant Sun Rising, you heard the new song by Diane Baker.
I was very impressed.
Hot
Eddie
stuff.
is awesome on the
Hot stuff.
production and engineering and guitar
Hot
playing.
stuff.
Pretty cool.
I'm just thinking
Good
about
job, Diane.
those little red boots. Those
Yeah.
cute red boots from last night.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday, Diane. Your song, Hot Stuff, rocks for sure. We also give you a drum roll.
Good job.
There you go.
I'm off beat there. I was late. I was late on that
It
one.
was very close, though, Jim.
That's that they all say.
All right, so tonight we have a cool show. Tonight we're doing the Beatles conspiracy in our paranormal segment. It was a lot of fun coming up with the different answers and different questions and different stuff I looked over and researched.
I bet it is.
Yeah, I found out a lot of stuff I didn't know.
Well, I read a little bit about him today, trying to get something going, and I have to read the whole book now again. You know,
Yeah.
it just you can't stop reading the Beatles.
Well, he's going to talk a little bit about Penny Lane. I'm going to tell you some conspiracies.
Actually, it's,
conspiracies about the Beatles. What is it?
It's not Penny Lane. It's Please
is it?
Please Me. Back in the day when there were Please Please Me. album
Why didn't you
came out.
correct me in the Facebook Lives?
Well, because
You should have told me an hour earlier.
I know.
I think you set me up for that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
Well, we have a lot of people watching the show. I want to say hello to Stacy Renee from the Dark Secrets Paranormal TV show. I also want to say hi to Henry Stads from the band Stadler. We're playing you today, buddy. We also have Janine Spring out there, Matt Gutka, Tracy's here to say hello,
Tracy.
Johnny Rocker.
Wow.
Good evening, friends.
Hey, Johnny.
Good evening, man. I heard you had an awesome show at Afterlife. That's what I heard. I saw the photos. It looked really cool.
It did. They were doing. Was that? I saw a video where they were playing a real fast harmony lead part. Was that a part of that?
No, I don't know. I can't remember. There was so much
Both of them
good
were playing.
parts
They're
of
sitting
it.
there going diddle diddle diddle. You know, they're both
Yeah,
doing the.
it was awesome.
Yeah.
Everything was good. Hey, Johnny said it's going to be an awesome show, and hell yeah, going to be
Yeah.
an awesome show. And
Thank you.
Dave at Sacred Vortex, hey, boys. He has Kava Soda on tap. Try one after the show.
Wait a minute, Kava soda?
Kava Soda.
Wait a minute, is that new or something?
That's new.
Okay. As long as it has that Kava in it.
And Diane said, thank you for playing my song, and of course,
You're welcome.
we'll play you again.
And happy birthday again. So we're going to be.
Yeah, happy birthday.
We're going to do this like we did
With Matt.
Gutka. Your birthday's going to last for a month.
Hey, Matt, happy birthday.
Yeah, Matt.
Want to give you
there
another
go.
shout out? That's
Yes.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Matt Gutka, paranormal chef. He'll be back with us next week. You know,
People
we're gonna be
love
talking
him.
about.
People love him.
Yeah, they do.
I'm kind of jealous almost.
He's got his own radio show now on Rockstar Radio
Well,
called The Paranormal Chef.
he can't
Saturday
beat
and
me.
Sunday, 10 to noon. His numbers are good. He's beating Outlaw Radio.
Well,
We're going to have to take you down a few
I am
pegs. We're
going
going to change
down,
your
I think.
playlist.
I'm going down.
Yeah, we're going to play nothing but honky tonk
Here, I'll
and
see
polka.
ya.
Yeah, it was like the last show. That's fantastic. All right, so besides that, we have the Shenane. We're going to talk about Elon Musk. We only have 2 more episodes of Elon Musk for you. This one's going to be talking about his wealth, right? Which
That's right. There's
is
a lot
vast.
of wealth there.
a lot of wealth. Okay.
I understand he has so much money that if you take all the pennies that he could have with all his money, it'll go to Mars and back.
Oh, I believe it.
I just-
Unfortunately, his rocket ships can't go to Mars and back.
Well, they could reuse those rockets, though. That's what he's working on right now. I think they have one rocket that was like already used 19 times, so that's pretty durable.
All right, so also in the news, we have stuff that's going on, and then we have some Ohio festivals that are coming. And Jim, I have a couple things I want to show our listening audience out there. As you guys know, we are partnered with BVS Film Studios. We have a lot of cool projects coming from them. We'll be talking about that in the news here in a minute. But this is Dan Portik over at BVS Film Studios. Check this out.
Everybody in our facility is a musician, so we know the importance of what the people are going through with being a musician, and the importance of it. Eddie, our main person has his own studio, right in our studio, full 24-track, beyond Pro Tools system, everything you could want for a studio. And he's worked with some pretty big players, and he's had a great run with that. So between that and the marketing capabilities, we can pretty much really develop a package for a musician or an artist or any group that can get you in front of the right people, at least in a very professional way. So I guess that's where we come into play with that.
That was pretty cool, right?
Oh, very totally cool. I love that place. We were there just a couple days ago talking to Eddie.
Yeah, we had a meeting with him. I'm going to tell you about that in the news here in a minute. And then I also have this one. This was put together for us by Angelina Green. You know her as Rockstar Radio Underground in North Carolina. And check this out. Pretty cool, right?
I thought for a second I was going to hear the whole song.
Yeah, that's Oblivia.
Wow.
I can't remember the name of that song. Maybe they're out there listening. Probably not. But that was Oblivia. And we also do Oblivia's Feel It at the beginning of our show.
Yes, we do. We've done it every show.
Yeah, this one right here.
Do you feel it? Oh, I feel it.
Great live band, man.
I think they needed us singing the song.
Yeah, for sure. We need to be on backing vocals. And as you know, that's our beginning theme. And I wouldn't be doing my due diligence if I didn't put on some of the other artists that are on Rockstar Radio. So check this out.
What have we here?
What do you think of that?
That was kick butt.
Good job, Angelina Green. Rockstar Radio, you always make the best videos. We love it. But wait till you see what we got coming from BVS Films. It's going to blow your mind. I'm so excited about it.
Are we going to see it this week, hopefully?
Oh, yeah, we have some stuff coming out this week. So, you ready to roll, Jim? You want to get into it?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, cool.
I'm not sure what we're doing, but...
Now we're going to do the news, man.
Okay.
So, I'm not sure if you guys heard this or not. I want to tell you about it. The new Jolene's Honky Tonk is coming to East 4th. The Dolly Parton Bar is bringing Nashville to Cleveland. It's going to open on June 7th.
That's right around the corner.
I saw photos of it. It looks amazing. It's fantastic. It looks beautiful. It's got all this artwork in there, a big, huge picture of Dolly Parton. It looks like Nashville. I can just imagine they're going to have probably Nashville chicken.
Oh, man.
Chitlins.
I can't wait to
cornbread. It's going to be amazing. Fried chicken. Nashville style. Anyway, so it's opening June 7th during the annual Gay Pride Parade in Cleveland. I put that down, so I'm going to lose my voice. I put that down so I could tell you about that. I knew you'd find that interesting.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Well, it's followed by
why did they do that with, put the two together? Was it just coincidental? Or
Maybe Dolly Parton supported the gays. I'm not sure. It's something to look up later. Anyway, that's followed by the Singles Guy Parade, where they will be marching to the song Love is a Battlefield, carrying their numerous projects that keep them home and out of the bars. Like that?
You could drink at home, too, though.
Yes, they can. Also, this back here is one of our shirts that we have available. This happens to be in red. This one's going to Angelina Green in North Carolina after tonight's show. But we do have them in black. And we gave some out last night, and I want to show a couple photos of that. So last night we were at the local, right?
Yes, in North Olmsted.
In North Olmsted. We gave shirts to the guys in the band. Check this out. Lead singer rocking it through the first and into the second set wearing the shirt. And then I look over, and there's Alan Fayer, and he's wearing the shirt as well. So thank you so much, Alan Fayer, World Zen, for rocking our shirts on your stage. Introing us to your fans that we were celebrities. That was super cool.
That is so nice. Yeah. We're working together. We're looking for people to work with, and that's a band that really knows how to promote their stuff, and they're great.
And, of course, these were the young ladies that we hung out with last night. Yeah. Diane Baker and their friend Judith. Judith works for a metal radio station. We hung out. We talked about WMMS.
Metal girl.
Cool stuff coming. She's super cool. Hungarian. Super sweet lady. I had a lot of fun talking to her. So
Diane is on the left right there.
That was Diane Baker on the left who sang the song Hot Stuff.
Yeah, really good job, Diane.
Right.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So, okay, and that's Jolena's. Jolene's Honky Tonk is coming to East 4th on June 7th. Incredible Keepsakes makes our merch. Thank you so much for that, Michael, out there. You're great. We also have an online store coming soon where we're going to sell our merch. And then, we have some other stuff going on. And, Jim, we had one amazing week, didn't we?
Yeah, we really did. Last week, we were nervous at one point.
Of course. My hands were shaking.
I mean, we're talking to somebody that was the bass player for Ozzie Newsome. Ozzie Newsome, I always say that.
You say Ozzie Newsome for sure.
Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzie Newsome, I hear he could play a little guitar too.
Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah.
And Ozzy Osbourne's band, Ozzie Newsome. He's the keyboard player.
There you go. I did it. So. I keep telling Jeff, I says, I just don't want to say anything stupid.
That was a good one, though. I love that one.
Thank you. I think my fans are getting to learn, getting used to it.
Yeah. Okay, so we had an amazing week. On Thursday at 3 o'clock, we interviewed Rudy Sarzo from the band Quiet Riot, metal's most iconic bassist ever. We then hit up Eddie Temec over at BVS Films in North Olmsted to have a meeting about bringing shorts and all-inclusive interviews that we have coming. We also have something cool with Jim doing the anatomy of a song. Then, Jim, we booked the iconic drummer Joe Vitale for June 5th at 3 p.m. to chat it up about the Eagles, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, Buffalo Springfield, and Joe Walsh.
I'm speechless.
Amazing.
I'm terrified.
So we have added a third show to our show because we came out of the basement. We're not cellar dwellers anymore. We came out of the basement, guys.
Yeah, we finally did.
Yeah, we did.
Somebody's chagrin.
Yes. We had a few this week. It was fantastic. And I would like to give a round of applause to all our haters. You guys fuel the fire, baby.
The anti-fan, thank you.
Anti-fan.
They still count.
We appreciate it. Also, so that's fantastic. Joe Vitale.
It really is.
3 p.m., June 5th.
I remember seeing him about 10 years ago down in the Flats. I forget the venue on the West Bank. He was playing with Crosby, Stills, Nash.
Yeah, amazing.
And I was in.
I'm so excited about this.
It was just incredible.
Yeah, my brother was a huge Eagles fan, a huge Neil Young fan. He'd be dying if he knew this right now. So, we have that coming. Then, on top of that, Eddie put me in touch with these guys who I guess wanted to be on our show. I had no idea. The most iconic Cleveland metal band is coming June 12th with Crypt Kicker.
Oh, killer.
Oh, man. I saw them play back in, like, I don't know, 2014, 2015.
Oh, they've been around for 10 years, or
Yeah.
if not longer then. Okay.
Or maybe it's, somewhere around that time I saw him with Crystal. And it was awesome.
Crypt Keeper with the
Crypt
C.
Yeah. She used to Crystal was really into hardcore metal bands. And we used to go see all the bands, like at Foundry, but it wasn't Foundry then. It was called like Blind Melon or Blind Lemon or something like that.
Kind of rings a bell.
Right? Cool place.
Yeah.
And I saw the bands Cholera there. I saw Chimera. I've seen so many heavy hardcore bands. I used to do the lights.
You did?
Yeah, I used to run lights.
You ran lights, too.
I love running lights.
Add that to his resume list,
Yeah.
folks.
They know out there I did lights for Oblivia for a big show they did.
Were you
I
ever-
used to run lights at the Fantasy. I loved doing the lights and the strobes and getting the whole look going, and I knew all the songs, so I'd be right on the beat with the strobes.
Oh, wow. The
freaking
Fantasy on
crazy.
Detroit Road in Lakewood around 117th Street, they had a big pirate ship in the middle of the
Yep.
dance floor where you could go in and...
Yeah, well, they took all that stuff out of the inside of the pirate ship, and then what they did was they put the soundboard in there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So the sound guy would be in the pirate ship, and then right next to the sound guy, they had a huge board for lights.
I know one of the owners that owned
It
that
was super
place
cool.
25 years ago or something.
Yeah, I knew Michelle DeFrasia, who owned that place.
They used to have, like, instead of cash, you would give them cash and they'd give you, like, little coins.
Yeah,
That was different. I don't know any other place that you remember. Am I right? Do you remember that?
yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yes, I do. All right, so so we have those two interviews, and we're calling that the exclusive interviews, and we're going to bring that to you on Thursdays before we do our show in the nation. We may not do it every single week. We just happen to get these two amazing artists coming, so we're super excited, so we scheduled them. So that will be for exclusive interviews, and we'll do that before the nation, okay? The nation is on Thursday at 5:30. That's our shout-out to Cleveland, our Ohio town, so... That's what we got going.
I think, but this Thursday, the show is going to be on at 3 o'clock,
Yeah,
possibly?
so 3 o'clock
Yeah.
we have our exclusive interview with Joe Vitale, followed by 5:30 with The Nation. And we'll do
Yes.
about an hour. So Rockstar Radio Underground, North Carolina, will be bringing the Outlaw Radio Show to the channel. It will be audio only, but it's another avenue to get the music and get the show out there. We have a bunch of great shows over there with the Morningwood Show with Bobby Beavers. Shout out to you, buddy. Oh, God damn.
Way to go.
Yeah, hold on a second. We'll give you the applause you deserve.
Okay.
Let me turn it down a little bit. Okay. We have the Godfather Show, and that's a killer show. It's darker side of metal, right?
Pretty cool. The Godfather.
Godfather.
That's
Like the Godfather.
clever.
Cool, right? Godfather. He's always watching. He's going to make a deal with your soul. Okay, also we have the Cleveland Rock Hour. We have Cleveland Rocks. We have the Mr. Moonlight Show. We have the Paranormal Chef Show. And we have the Outlaw Radio Nation Show, which is 2 hours of uninterrupted music on Thursday nights from 6 to 8. Added to that coming soon, Angelina, I know you asked me about it. I'll get you the audio only of our shows that we do on Sundays, and that will be also uploaded to Rockstar Radio Underground on Live 365 in North Carolina. Stellar Dweller.
Yeah, I've been listening to more of that channel down there in North Carolina. I've tried to.
All right, so Jim, I heard something very cool this week. When I was at AudioWorks, I was told that the Cleveland bands have started calling us the breakout radio station. Have you heard that?
No.
That's super cool.
You mean Outlaw Radio?
Yeah, our show. Because we're getting original Cleveland and Ohio music out there in a big way. That's what I heard. That's what Eddie Tomeko told me.
Wow.
I was shocked to hear that bands are trying to reach us to get not only their music played, but wanting to get on interviews. So, guys, we're doing our best to get all of you scheduled. It's a lot of work to get it done. It's a lot of work to put the shows on. So we will get to you eventually, We're going to get to everyone.
That is true.
So we have our
Correct.
exclusive interviews. We have some big names coming to the show. Then we have the Nation on Thursday.
Wow.
And we have this show on Sunday. And yeah, it's going to be very cool. We're going to get to our interview here in a minute.
Oh, they're here.
They are here. So we're going to rock out to one more song. And when we come back, we have Awaiting Abigail.
Excellent.
Dallas. Okay. So check this out.
Looking good.
This is Juke Johnson. And this song is called Stop Chasing the Bag.
I learned the hard way, did it my way, storing up treasures looking for my crown. Kept on climbing, no silver lining. Life's gonna teach you when you fall back down. Some servility, some humility. What is the lesson you learn from that? Whatever you do, don't do it for the glory, just to look good and brag. Whatever you do, don't do it for the money, 'cause money ain't gonna last. Stop chasing the bag. 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 When it goes sideways on dirt road byways, who's looking up and who's looking down? Spellbinding, beauty is blinding. Who's gonna catch you when you fall back down? Some sensibility, no credibility. Here is the lesson I learned from that. Whatever you do, don't do it for the glory, just to look good and brag. Whatever you do, don't do it for the money, 'cause money ain't gonna last. Stop chasing the bag. 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 And when you give, do you believe you'll just reward you have received? Whatever you do, don't do it for the glory, just to look good and brag. Whatever you do, don't do it for the money, 'cause money ain't gonna last. Stop chasing the bag. 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 Stop chasing the bag.
Hi, this is Jeff James.
And
Yeah,
this is
it is.
Mr. Moonlight.
And you're listening to Outlaw Radio. Somebody's outside in the yard. I can hear the birds.
Oh, that's
That's-
me.
Hello, me.
That song was too short. I wanted to hear like 10 minutes of it.
Yeah, that was
Boy, is that good.
Juke Johnson with Stop Chasing the Bag. I'm not sure what that chasing the bag is, but it was pretty cool. So hello, this is Awaiting Abigail. And you guys are from Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Is that correct?
Yes.
How's the weather in Dallas?
Hot.
It's pretty good.
Is it pretty
I'm in
good?
Houston right now, but Lori, are you in Dallas?
No, I'm in East Texas. That's
East
why you can
Texas.
hear birds. If I was in Dallas, you would not hear them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're in Cleveland. The weather's been really crappy.
It's still
Oh.
winter. It's like in
It's
the
still
40s.
It's the fall here.
It's unreal.
It's been fall for like 6 months.
Oh wow.
It's very humid here. I guess I'm the only one that's actually in Dallas right now.
I wish it was hot right now here. Hey, so who was at the LA Guns concert last week?
That was me.
That's you? How was that show?
It was awesome. I loved it. I saw it at Warehouse Live in Houston, downtown Houston, and yeah, they did amazing. It was awesome.
Very cool. I love LA Guns. It's one of my favorite bands. I'm trying to get Tracy Guns to come on in an interview with us.
Yeah.
That'd be
sure.
super cool. We just had Rudy Sarzo on Thursday. That was super cool.
That
I'm a
is
big
cool.
80s hair metal fan. So, welcome to Outlaw Radio. It's super cool to have you. We've been playing your music quite a bit. I'm sure you've heard it and seen the show. And, yeah, we love it. You've got some great stuff. And we're going to play something tonight, too.
Yes, we appreciate it so much for playing us. Thank you.
So what I want to know, go ahead.
Mr. Moonlight says after Bad Mind, the first time you played it, the second time you played, he said, I like it better after 2 times. I jumped in the comments and I said, wait till you hear it a 3rd time.
That's why I'm here tonight.
What's funny with Jim is every time he hears the song, like he'll hear you guys. I try to play like 2 songs in a row, on shows, and then I'll play another song and I'll play that 2 or 3 times. It depends on if we get requests for it and stuff. The one with what was it? I Hate You. Is that the one with the whistle or the bell in the school?
Yeah.
That's a super cool song. I like that a lot, but we're gonna play something different today. But I really did like that a lot.
Thank you.
So we are very happy to interview you. You guys look fantastic. Tell me what you're up to right now. What's the band up to?
Yeah, actually tomorrow, I'm going to the studio in Dallas Empire Studios to record 2 new tracks. So I'm really excited about that. It's gonna be awesome.
Super cool.
You mean you and the band, or?
We already went.
Yeah, they already went. We kind of do it like separate.
Oh, okay, okay. You're just doing the vocals then.
Yeah, knocking out the vocals.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, we did the rhythm tracks on Thursday. And Abby's going in and do vocals, and I'm going in with Corey to do the keyboard stuff and a little bit of extra guitar stuff.
Oh, very cool. Hey, Matt Gukas said hello, awaiting Abigail, and welcome to the show from the Paranormal Chef. That's Matt.
Awesome.
Hey.
That's awesome.
Hey, so I also saw that you guys are going to be playing at Whiskey A Go Go.
Yes, we
When's
are.
that going
We're so
down?
excited.
Oh, hell yeah. That place is like iconic. I mean, didn't Motley Crue play there and all the big 80s hair metal bands and all the top artists played there?
Yeah, Blondie played there too.
We're excited about it. That's next month, July 19th, opening for LA Guns, and there's a whole stack of like really awesome bands that are tearing it up out there on the West Coast. 2 bands from, I think, up north, upper Midwest. We got, I believe, Grave Corpse is from Grand Rapids, and Silent Run. I think they're from Michigan. And then the other 2 bands are local.
Oh, very cool. They're coming all the way from Michigan. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And
It really is.
Whiskey A Go Go is 100% backlined, right? That's what I think somebody had told me that.
Paul Austin.
Yeah, we played Paul Austin on the show. They're playing there in August, and he's going to be flying over from the United Kingdom.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
They have a show there, and I was like, that's super cool.
And we're going to hook up with them right before the show, right? And
Yeah, I
talk
think
to
we're
them.
going to do
That'll
like
be
a
really cool
quick 15-minute interview and right before they hit the stage at Whiskey A Go Go. And that's offered to you guys, too. If you want to do that, we'd be more than happy to hit you up for
we'd
like
love to.
10 minutes right before you're about ready to jump on stage. And
You might be too busy, but
you could show the phone around at the club. That'd be super cool.
No, we'd love to do it. We'd love to do it.
Yeah, all right, cool.
I was there about
that.
10 years ago. Have you guys ever been there?
I never have.
Okay.
I never have
haven't been
either,
there.
but I've heard about it.
Yeah, they haven't been there. I travel for work, so I have overnights in the Burbank area, LA area. So I've been there about half a dozen times.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I've been there too. We lived in, I never told you this, Jim, but my family lived in Redondo Beach for like 3 summers from, I think, 14 until I was like 16 or something like that, maybe going on 17. And yeah, I've been on Sunset Strip. And I was there like in the late 80s, like 86.
Nice.
So I got to see all those hair metal guys walking around. I'm sure I saw Slash and all them. I just don't remember it.
I was there about that time, too.
I had my Walkman. I'd walk around the strip and listen to like Rat and Def Leppard. It was super cool. Yeah, so Whiskey A Go Go, I've been there. That's super cool, and I'm excited for you guys. That's fantastic. Let's give him an
Thanks.
applause.
Thank you.
Applause for that one. Whiskey a go-go. All right, so you have new music coming out, right? You said you're going in the studio and you're going to be laying down vocals, and then how soon will the new music hit us?
Let's say sometime in June.
James.
Yeah, let's say sometime in June. We haven't set a date yet. We got to use some strategery, as George W. Bush taught us.
Cool. I feel like we're in the Brady Bunch thing. You know how she was like doing this?
Yeah.
Remember the Brady Bunch and they had all the kids in the squares?
Yeah.
Looking up and
We're much older though. Well, except for her.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are very lovely. James, you look fantastic. Being in Dallas must be the thing, man. I hear nothing but fantastic music coming out of Dallas. I hear tons of great music coming out of Dallas. So please give us an idea, because we're in Cleveland, what the Dallas music scene is like.
Lori, take that one.
Me?
It's your turn.
Oh my goodness. The Dallas music scene is flourishing. There's a lot going on, but I mean, in my opinion, but you know, I'm old school. It's been hot. You know what I mean? Like even from the days of in the 90s, Deep Ellum and all that. To me, it's just been going and keeps going. But I guess it's new to other people, but yeah, there's just a lot going on. Like I'm trying to think. Like Deep Ellum, right? Is the strip for everything.
Cool. No, you have a strip there where you have just like kind of like it's like LA where there's just venues everywhere.
Yep.
Is that the deal? You're trying to give me
just
an
up
idea
and
of,
down
like,
the street. A lot of them have closed, but like in its heyday, like that I can remember in the 90s. Yeah, it was just like it just up and down. There was just like clear view and trees and Curtain Club, and yeah, you could just walk up and down the street and see any type of great band.
Yeah, and you have such a wide variety too, because in Dallas you have the country music, you have the rock and roll, you have the blues, you have the honky tonk. I mean, I'm sure there's bands that are putting all those elements together too. So there's probably some really great stuff. That sounds fantastic. We need to go to Dallas.
I'd like to.
Yeah.
Y'all should.
Absolutely.
There's a very wide variety on that. In that same strip, you can walk across the street and go to like a rap show or DJ deal. You can hear metal, rock and roll. Abby and I were on another interview last week, and we were talking about Billy Bob's. We got off on a conversation about Billy Bob's. Yeah, you guys.
I didn't even bring up Billy Bob's. Gosh,
no.
Yeah,
tell us about it.
Well, I'll tell you, the only band of any consequence that we would be interested in on this show that plays there, ironically, the Toadies have gotten into this deal where they do like a yearly Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve rather show there at Billy Bob's, but they call it the world's largest honky tonk. So it's
super cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty sizable place, and a lot of the country acts, you know, that's kind of their I guess their version of making its being able to go through Billy Bob's, you know.
Hey, I got a question for you, and it's totally unrelated. It just popped in my head. The movie Urban Cowboy. What was the name of the bar that they shot that at?
Oh, Gillies.
Gillies. Have you guys ever been there?
I've never been there, but someone bought me a shirt from there. So that's the closest I've been.
Yeah, I think that would be super cool. James, have you been there?
I have not, but Abby does an acoustic set at this place that's right across the street from Gillies.
Oh, super cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I would love to go there. If we ever went to Dallas, we'd have to go around. I'd have to see everything, man.
Does it have like a mechanical bull?
Yeah. I don't think I'd get on that though.
Why wouldn't you then?
You would have to.
You should.
You would have to. You wouldn't have to. You wouldn't have to pay like if you didn't want to actually ride it.
Oh yeah, just get on and take a photo.
Have to. But everybody that's been to Fort Worth's got a picture of on the bull.
Oh,
unless you live here. If you live here, you don't have to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I still know if I want to get on it. What about you, Jim? Would you ride the bull? Ride the bull?
I don't
feel
think
the
so.
wave?
I used to. Is that where John Travolta did that movie on the? Probably not.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That wasn't Staying Alive, but that's where he rode the bull in Urban Cowboy.
Yeah.
With Sissy. They
With
say
Sissy,
we live like pigs. That's a great movie. All right, so I was getting off topic. But, so yeah, Dallas sounds like a fantastic town. It sounds like kind of like Bourbon Street meets Nashville. I kind of got that vibe if that's what it's like there.
I think that's fair, yeah.
Jim, you see all those guitars on the wall?
Yeah, I am very impressed. I really like that.
Can you lift the camera up? We could see all of them.
That is so neat.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
they're all cheap, but they're all cheap guitars, but they're signed by really cool people.
Yeah, cool. Now, are you at your home? Is that your studio?
Yeah, I'm at home. This is my office, my orifice.
Nice. Yeah, that's a nice office. I think I see like a BC Rich up there in the corner in the left.
Oh yeah, that
Is
BC
that
Rich has
BC
got
Rich?
it's got Atheist and Possessed on it. All the
Nice.
guys from the 2023 tour.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Blackie Lawless played a Warlock bass.
Oh
I
yes,
don't know if you know him from Wasp.
of course.
I went and saw that show in Cleveland, and it was just bizarre.
Bizarre.
Lori, what instrument do you play, or do you just sing?
Oh yeah, so let's go around the room.
Yeah.
And I have to bring Lori back in.
Yeah, there's Lori.
I-
It's
You
hi, that's
disappeared for
okay.
a second. Now
Yeah,
she's over here.
Okay.
I move locations.
Okay.
I play bass. Is that what you were asking?
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lori on bass, Abigail vocals.
I sing and I play guitar, like acoustic guitar, and a little bit of bass. Really, really beginner. And
Oh,
some
very
piano
cool.
too. Some piano
Hey,
too.
that's good.
But you go out and you sing and you play solo though.
Yes.
That's,
Yeah, she
that's
does
very
solo
brave to
and-
do that. You must be very good.
And she's the
you.
powerhouse singer in Awaiting Abigail. We love her vocals.
Oh yes.
We
Thank
talk
you, I
about it all the
appreciate
time.
it.
You do so good.
Thank
We
you.
give you a round of applause, of course. Oh, I had a question for you before we play your song. In Dallas, in Cleveland, we have a couple award shows. We have the Best of Scene magazines, where it's kind of like a popularity contest, right? But then we have the Cleveland Music Awards, which they're trying to make more of like an actual contest. Do you guys have anything like that in Dallas?
We do. We have the Dallas Music Awards, and the thing is, and actually, we voted for you guys on.
Did you?
on your stuff for your show.
Sweet. Thank you.
Wow.
But we're too new to even be considered for any of that stuff, because you've got to remember, like, we played our first show on December 21st last year, so we're like brand new, right out of the incubator.
Hey, so are we.
Yeah, we're like 7 months old.
We're like
ourselves.
7 months in as Outlaw Radio, although I had Loud and Local for a couple of years, but me and Jim have only been at it 6 months.
Yes.
Nice.
Go for it, bro.
So you're a young band. You have a lot of growth and
Hell yeah.
opportunities.
Go for it.
Awesome.
Yeah. No, there are definitely some awards and everything. We'll now kind of be on the radar for that stuff starting this year, probably.
Oh, that's cool. We'll vote for you. And now, are your award shows like ours? Are they fan based?
I don't know. I almost feel like ours is a little bit political based. I don't keep up with it that much.
Yeah. Well, if
Yeah.
it was political, we'd be done for in Cleveland.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not really
ruffle
sure. We have a good
feathers.
friend that's a DJ that knows the inside track on all of that stuff. So he usually puts us in good positions for good things. But I think there's maybe a little bit of politics involved. I don't know.
Oh, well, those are the craziest ones. I'm kind of hoping that our Cleveland Award show does kind of like a fan nominated, but once you're in, they actually have a panel that judges you on your work that you've done for the past year. That'd
Yeah.
be good. That's my vote. I think that's the best way to go.
I think so. A combination of ways. Just the fan vote it doesn't really cover it. You know, that you might be voted to be best podcast of the year, but if you have 3 shows in that year, do you deserve to win?
We've already seen it. We've seen shows that haven't had a show for 8 months, and they're like already nominated for best podcast. I'm like, what? It's crazy.
Yeah, it should
We'll
be
talk
based
to
on
them
your
about
whole.
that and straighten it out, right, Jeff?
Yeah, we'll talk to Dallas too. We'll set them straight. No, they should do it.
Put a call into Dallas. Let them
We're
know.
good with that. Here we come, Dallas. Okay. All right, so I want to thank you guys so very much for coming on the show. We appreciate you guys. James,
Totally.
Lori, Abigail, we're going to play, I think this is a new song for us because this hasn't played on the show yet, but Falling Under. Would you guys
Nice.
like
Yeah.
to give us a little bit of a preview what the song's about? Then we'll play it.
Yeah, it's about manipulative relationships, You could. It's originally about like a toxic like relationship, but it could be about anything toxic, family members, friends, any of that. It's pretty much just where they like falling under your spell, and you always
very
go
cool.
back to them even though they're toxic.
Very, very cool.
It's a music video out too.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, there's a video.
You have a video too?
Yeah, it's a music video to this and to Bad Mind. Yeah, you should check it out on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I'm going to check it out. We'll check it out after the show for sure.
Sweet.
All right, so this is Awaiting Abigail. I want to thank Lori, James, and I can't speak. Abigail. I want to thank you guys. I say Awaiting Abigail, and then I have to say Abigail again. That threw me off. I can't think that fast.
Who's your drummer? You have a drummer, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Heather. She must be snoozing right now.
Oh, okay. She's okay, though. And good drummer, I imagine?
Oh, yeah, she's killer.
Good.
Okay. Well, we say hello to you
Hello
as
to
well.
her, too. Yes.
Okay, so this is Awaiting Abigail. This is Falling Under. And you guys rock. And thank you for coming on Outlaw Radio.
Thanks for having us.
For having us.
All right, guys. Have a fantastic night. Take it easy.
Thank you.
You too.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Hi, this is Jeff James,
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
and you're listening to Outlaw Radio. Waiting, Abigail. Falling under fan-freaking-tastic.
That might be the best song yet.
That was a good one. You say that every time we play them.
No, but I'm
There you go.
killer everything
Okay,
on
guys.
that song. You do have a good drummer.
Yeah, that was great, right?
The vocals were outstanding. There was one line I think I
Abigail.
thought I heard it like a megaphone type of an effect on a vocal at one point. Did you
And
hear
I was
that?
right.
Yeah.
They're all super attractive in that band.
They are.
Every single member of that band is super attractive.
My gosh.
And James had a warlock hanging on his wall.
Oh man.
That's super cool. Yeah, I wanted to ask about the Dallas scene because I've always thought about the Dallas scene because I've heard so much about great music coming out of there, and there's amazing music coming out of there.
There is. I am
Don't they have the Austin
brilliant.
City Limits is there, right?
I thought that was in Austin. Maybe not. What?
I don't know. Am I in the wrong state?
He finally said something funny. He's trying to be funny.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Isn't that where the Grand Canyon is, right?
Yeah. That's in Hawaii, dummy.
Duh. It's in Chicago, man. All right. That's funny. All right, so I want to tell you about some festivals that are coming to Cleveland.
Good.
Not just music festivals. There's some really cool things. All right, so have you ever heard of COSI or COSI?
Oh, yeah.
COSI?
Yes.
The Science Festival?
Yes.
Interactive Science Festival with hands-on activities, workshops, and presentations.
I think I played one year at that.
Did you really? That's fantastic.
They were set up on
Good job,
Euclid
Jim.
Road. Yeah, we were okay.
He went to the Science Festival and played his guitar. He built his guitar at the Science Festival.
No, actually, I'm thinking of something else.
Maybe you play guitar at the Ohio Renaissance Festival.
No, I forget totally.
Did you play so you could go and see Jim and experience a 16th century village with jousting, shows, crafts, and food, and Jim will be there playing the lute.
And it's
Rocking the lute.
It's the jousting that's attracting me there.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
I don't know. It sounds like a dirty term.
Hey, okay.
I caught them jousting in the backyard. I don't know. That's just awful. Okay. So here's a cool one for all you paranormal freaks out there. Hocking Hills Bigfoot Festival, and here we go. All right. Bigfoot Festival is moving to the Vinton County Fairgrounds in MacArthur, Ohio. It's going to be held August 7th through the 10th. The Spirit of Forest Bigfoot Festival. Sounds cool, right?
Yeah.
Also, the Nelsonville Music Festival mixes small regional bands under the radar acts and national headliners for a weekend long of music in Hocking Hills region. Now, that happens June 20th through the 22nd. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, you're talking Southern Ohio, like OU or something.
Yeah,
like
Hocking Hills, that's like Athens area, I
that?
believe.
Okay, yeah, Athens, right, where OU is.
Right. Hey, Tracy said that was an amazing song.
It was.
Matt Guka said
blown
what an
away.
amazing song. Circle of Nero is on. Hello, guys. Love your music. We're going to play you today. We're playing The Funerary. I love that song. They said that was a fantastic song. And then he actually said that it was wicked. So, Waiting Abigail, you got a lot of great reviews on the show. And they've been in our top 5 a bunch of times.
Oh, definitely, yes.
I can't remember where you
Very-
guys were last time, but you guys were definitely up there.
Wicked, spicy. It's good adjectives. I think what those were.
Yeah, very spicy.
Not.
Oh, so I'll say this too, Jim. I was totally right about Awaiting Abigail, the singer. Not only is she extremely attractive, super cool, right? I had that feeling about her when we were doing the tarots that one time.
So pleasant.
Super pleasant and
Smiley face.
smiley face, but
So natural,
most of
too.
all, amazing singer.
Yes.
Awesome.
Got my vote.
You got my vote from when you
Let's
guys...
go down to Dallas.
Yeah, I do want to go to Dallas.
I've been there many times in the airport.
I'd rather go to L.A.
Huge
to
airport.
Whiskey. Wouldn't that be fun to go to Whiskey?
Oh yeah, go again. I kind of remember what it was like.
I would
You
love.
walk in and the stage is to the right.
I would love to see Awaiting Abigail open for L.A. Guns. That would be a dream come true.
I got to listen to some LA Guns to
I love
refresh
them.
my memory.
I'll say this, Cleveland. Here, check this out. Better than Guns N' Roses.
I don't need to listen to them. Not that they're bad.
No. Better than GNR. That's my vote. Okay, so we're waiting for our next interview. And if you're out there, guys, Convey the Signs, Cleveland, Ohio. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a song, and when we come back, we're either going to have our interview with Convey the Signs.
Or we won't.
Or we won't. Or we're going to do the Beatles conspiracy because I want to do that.
Okay.
Okay, so that's going to be super cool. So what I want to do is I want to jump ahead. I want to say hello to Circle of Nero. This is your song, Funerary Rites of the Nephilim. Here we go. Man, that was fantastic.
We have great music today, don't we?
That was
I
great.
think we've had good music a lot, but it seems to be getting better. I love that too.
That was awesome. That was Circle of
different.
Nero.
Wow.
Funerary Rites of the Nephilim. I found those guys on some radio station one day. I was listening, and I saw, I heard them playing. I can't remember. It was some internet station, like a Rock Rage or something, right? And then I saw that was their name. I looked them up on Facebook. I found them. I wrote them. I was like, dude, please send me that song.
And they did, huh?
And yeah, they sent it to me. And then I also listened to it because it's on YouTube. So you could find Circle of Nero on YouTube as well. He's on the show right here. If you want to leave a comment where we could find all your music. So that's Circle of Nero, and that was Funerary Rites of the Nephilim.
Can't wait to hear more of your stuff.
Yeah, I liked
Keep
it.
it up.
The breakdown was super cool, and then that weird music with the chimes and everything, that was super cool. I'm sure Tim Ginley would have been jealous of that.
Singing,
had to bring him
singing in the background, that was really cool.
That was super cool. Very well produced and orchestrated. I loved it, man. So super cool. And Matt Guka said, cool name of the song. It was. It is super cool. All right, guys. So
happy birthday.
We're moving on to the Beatles conspiracy.
Yes, we are.
Because we got some stuff we want to talk about, and this is going to be super cool. So I'm sure you guys out there know who the Beatles are, right?
I think so.
Who doesn't? Okay. There's been a lot of things said about the Beatles, all right? The Beatles conspiracy, primarily known as the Paul is dead theory. This is the basic one, okay? Is an urban legend suggesting that Paul McCartney died in 1966, a car accident, and was replaced by a look-alike. The rumor gained popularity in the 1960s and early 70s, fueled by various interpretations of Beatles album artwork and lyrics. What would you like to say about that, Jim? Anything?
I'm just listening. I'm in the listening stage right now. But I remember that back then when I was a kid. None of us believed it. No, we just kind of laughed it off. No, give me a break. Paul McCartney dead. That's stupid.
You won't believe who just joined the show.
I'm not.
Convey the Signs is in the house.
I'm so happy they did.
I'm so happy you guys are here to make it. We were going to go on to the Beatles conspiracy, but I'm so happy you guys are here right now. This is fantastic. Can you hear me, Teddy? Can you hear me, bud?
Mute. There we go.
There we go, bro.
Yeah, how you doing, guys?
Really
fantastic. I was worried you guys weren't going to make the show. I'm so happy you guys came on and joined us right now. What are you guys up
it's
to?
like the last interview I did, he made us do it another way, and now it's not working on my computer, so I'm on my telephone.
Well, it's working fine.
Yeah, you sound fine, and it's coming over fine.
Yeah, it's good.
Excellent.
Are any of the other guys going to be joining us, or are we just going to be with your presence this evening?
No, it's just Teddy. Convey the Signs.
Okay, well,
yeah, those guys. Those guys live. We live all over. Ragnar, he's my bass player. He lives in Akron, and my drummer, Mark, he lives in I don't even know where, the Levittsville or somewhere.
you guys are all over the place.
All over the place, definitely. Yeah.
You guys do come together and make some amazing music.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Played out last night.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we played out last night. It was great. We played out in Akron at the Afterlife. And
Very
actually, we played out with Ben again in Oblivia last night.
I saw that. And,
yeah.
What was the name of the band that you guys opened for? Or it was all on the same bill? Was it Mantra or something like that?
Yeah, Mantra.
Mantra.
Mantra something. Mantra or something like that.
When I first
Reno.
looked at it, I thought it was Mothra. I thought Mothra would be cool.
They were black metal, dark metal, and we're not like that. We're a little different, We're like we're like 80s metal, But Reno set that whole show up, so yeah. But it was a great show, I'll tell you. We've played with Oblivia. I couldn't tell you how many times in the last half a year. Jeez, you were there at a show or two.
Yeah, definitely. I was at a bunch of Maple Grove shows with you and
Yeah.
Oblivia, and then I saw we put that show together at the Winchester. Got some
Right, right.
amazing pictures from that show,
And then
and the
we played the
sound there was
Vortex.
damn good. But I
Yeah.
haven't seen you guys in the past year. We
Uh-huh.
wanted to come see you, but the last few shows you've been out in Akron,
Right,
so we haven't
exactly.
really got to see a lot of those shows. And
Right.
to be honest with you, we're older guys now. We don't want to drive that far.
I think I would go
Akron,
just to hear him.
Akron's cool though. It's cool. We're trying to get gigs now because now we're signed by Iron Gate Records.
That's right. I was
Um,
going to ask you about that.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you very
congrats for
very
sure.
much. Yeah, so we're trying to get and Ben's he's always working there, and trying to get us things together. We do things together, because we're both on the same label.
Yeah,
And
for sure. Well,
yeah,
Ben works a lot with Angelina Green from Rockstar Radio Underground in North Carolina, the station that I'm a GM on, and we have a bunch of shows on, and your music
right.
plays on.
A
Yeah,
lot.
well,
Yeah, a lot.
I was supposed to do an interview with her, but she got like sick or something, and I think we had to reschedule.
Yeah,
And
well,
we just
I'll say this. I know she's better now. She's coming back to Fox Channel. That's the channel she's on when she does her interviews, and she does them on
right.
YouTube. So, yeah, you should hit her up. I'll tell her. I'm sure she's watching the show tonight,
Oh,
and
that's excellent.
or she'll watch it at some point. And
I love doing interviews. So.
yeah, they're fun. All right,
Oh,
so
they are.
you love doing interviews, so let me give you a good question.
You got it.
How did it come about that you guys got signed to Iron Gate Records?
Okay, there's this lovely lady out in California, and her name is Holly Rocks, and she's an A&R rep for Iron Gate Records, and she's also the manager of a band called Red Raven. I don't know if they're on Iron Gate too. Have you ever heard of Red Raven?
I've heard that name, and I think I've heard their music too. I think I've
Yeah.
played them on one of the shows that we have on Rockstar Radio.
Yeah, the singer is one of my proteges, Mark Bowles. He comes from Ingve. He comes from a lot of stuff, Mark Bowles. And so Holly put out, a post saying, band sending your stuff. And she really liked our stuff. So she presented it to Mark at Iron Gate. And then we were signed.
Oh, very cool. Hey, is
Yeah.
Fractured on that label too with you?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so it's Oblivia, Fractured. You're on that label, and I think there's a few more bands on there.
There
Yeah,
is. What Mark does, he spreads it around, like Oblivia and Red Raven. They're considered rock and roll, rock. And then he has another category, which is metal. So we're in the metal category. He also has other categories too. He has like Americana and
Yeah.
folk. He has folk and country, and
Oh,
he's
yeah,
got a
that's the
lot.
way to do it. That's the
Yeah,
way. That's the best way to be successful. You go offer a wide range of artists.
right. Exactly.
Hey, so also let me ask you this question. So then you signed Iron Gate Records. I see that you're doing a lot of shows with Iron Gate Records on the posters and stuff. So are they setting up shows for you, and then you're getting on bills with like that band? Like I'm just going to call them Mothra. I like that name better.
Right. No, actually, Reno found them. No, we're actually setting up our own shows right now. We're in the works with Iron Gate to play bigger clubs, like the Agora and the House of Blues and Globe Iron.
Absolutely.
That's just like happening right now, and we're going to try to get in on that. But we like playing these little clubs. It's fun. Like
Hey,
we
man.
played the Afterlife last night. It was fun.
Yeah, it looked like a really good show, and that stage looks cool.
Oh, stage is excellent. Definitely.
Hey, man, I want to say this. Last night we were out. We went to the local, and we watched World's End. And I thought that singer on stage was amazing. I'm going to say this, and Jim hasn't really heard your music all that much, except he did see you play once live with me.
Mhm.
And you also have a fantastic vocals.
Oh,
Man,
thank you.
have great vocals. I like the way that you deliver the lines in the songs. Jim's going to hear it tonight. We're actually going to play, if you don't mind, I want to play Suffering because that's
You
my
got
favorite song.
you got it.
That's my favorite one.
Okie
Sweet.
dokie. Sounds good.
And all right, so let me ask you this question. I always ask everybody that comes on this show,
Yeah.
what does the Cleveland music scene mean for you? We have our own experiences coming up in the Cleveland music scene and stuff that we've done and stuff. I always ask everybody, what's the Cleveland music scene mean for you? Because you guys have been nominated for some awards and stuff. Give me a synopsis.
That's a hard one, dude. Really
That's a good
hard.
question. Yeah, it's a tough
It's
one.
a very good question. The Cleveland music scene's hard because there's a lot of good bands in Cleveland, and it's hard to get it going. Really, even with us being on Iron Gate Records, it's still hard. There's a lot of great bands in Cleveland. I hate to say this, but my intentions are to get out of Cleveland. Because there's more money everywhere else.
That's not a sin.
No,
Yeah, I
nothing
mean,
wrong
look
with
at
that.
everybody's done that. Everybody. But it'll always be my hometown. I've lived here my whole life, and I do love Cleveland.
Well, that's the
But
great thing about Cleveland. You can always come back.
right, exactly. Yeah,
I've lived in different cities.
yeah. My children are here, and I'm not. They're not going anywhere. So,
Absolutely, man. Chase those dreams. For
right,
sure.
exactly. Yeah,
If,
but
I'll say
everybody
this:
wants to go out to.
yeah,
Everybody wants to go out to LA. I've had buddies have gone out to LA and try, but it's real hard, and they always end up coming back. What we want to try to do mainly is be like Anthrax and get our music in Europe and start really big,
that's the way to go.
yeah, get it really going in Europe, and then it'll transfer right over to the States, definitely. But yeah, I think we have some songs that we could do that with,
Yeah, I definitely think so. And I'll say this: I am a big fan of your music. You know that. Every time I've seen you play live, I totally dig it. You have so many good songs.
Thank you.
I think you're a great band, and you definitely have the potential to make it, in my opinion. And
Right.
so I'll say this: maybe when you look at moving to a different town, maybe something not so high market like L.A. or New York, but a town
Yeah.
like Dallas, man. Dallas
Really?
has a bunch of fantastic venues to play at, and they have a really big rising metal scene right now. And
Really?
It's not just all one style; it's all these different styles. It's a great town.
That's
Then the other
excellent.
ones, New Orleans is another great town.
Yeah.
Bourbon
Yeah. Well,
Street,
I
Nashville.
have. Yeah, that's where Iron Gate is on. Iron Gate's on in Nashville on Main Street.
Yeah, that's a good town. That's a
Yeah.
real good town, man. Lots of
And
different
then
music.
I also have an A&R rep. I have Holly. Holly's the best. She's out in California. But Michelle, I have another rep in Texas. Yeah, her name's Michelle, and she's just getting started up. Iron Gate is, it's not been around that long, so we're really helping a startup, with Iron Gate,
Yeah,
so
that's true.
so it'll be, fun to see how it goes.
Well, dude, I think all that's needed is for more people to hear your music and for your music to just get in all these different internet radio stations. There's thousands of them.
Right.
And there's thousands of podcasts that do stuff like play music all over the world, all over
Yeah.
the United States. So all you got to do is just keep getting your stuff out there. It's like
Yeah.
ammunition. I
That's
remember
what we're
one
doing.
time this one chef said to me, because I used to be a chef, he said
Yeah.
to me, he goes, Jeff, what you need to do is build up your ammunition. Once you get all this ammunition, then you could start shooting.
Right.
And, so
That's cool.
what you're doing by going on all these shows is just building up all your ammo.
Right.
And,
Exactly.
and then you get ready to explode on the market.
Yeah. That's what we're doing. Exactly, Jeff. Exactly.
All right, very cool.
Yeah.
All right, so I wanna thank you so much for joining the show tonight. It's been a pleasure talking to you. We
You
are
too.
gonna play "Suffering,"
Okay.
Okay, and I was wondering before we play that, could you just give us an idea of what this song's about?
Suffering. It's about a guy and a girl, and she's gonna leave him, and he can't handle it, and so he's suffering. We have the best idea for the video for it. Wait until you see it. Wait until it comes out. It's going to be unbelievable.
Oh
Definitely.
man, I love watching videos. I've seen so many these past few days, and I'll say this. I know you know these bands. Damage Inc. has a brand new video coming out. That's
really?
the drummer from After the Apocalypse plays with them.
Yeah.
And Crypt Kicker has a brand new video coming out. So,
Oh,
get
did
your
they
videos
really?
out there, man. Everybody's watching them and posting them everywhere.
Yeah, that's cool. Have you heard "Here in My Life"? Our new song, "Here in My Life."
No, I haven't. But do me a favor, because I only have like 4 or 5 of your songs. Please send it to me.
Definitely.
Send
wow.
it to subsoutlaw@outlook.com.
All right.
Or I'll email you that.
Yeah, Gmail me that too. Right where you Gmailed me this,
Yeah.
and that'll be cool. I'll send you that. We have 2 new songs out actually.
Yeah,
One,
send me anything you want. We also have video too we could play. So if you have any promos you have for shows coming up or posters, we'll be glad to put that stuff on for you.
excellent. Thank you so
All
much.
right. You got to pay it
That's
forward, man.
excellent.
All right, so this is, I want to thank you so much for coming on. This is Teddy, lead singer from the band Convey the Signs. You're a fantastic dude. Thank you so much for coming on. So
Thank
this is
you.
Convey the Signs with Suffering. You have a fantastic evening.
You too. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Take it easy, Teddy.
You too now. Thank you.
Convey the Signs. Suffering. What'd you think of that, Jim?
Another great band.
Convey the Signs. Killer band in Cleveland.
Yeah, we heard them a few times.
Everybody said, every single person said while this song played, wow, amazing guitar riff.
Really?
Great song. Every single person.
I think that bass drummer has to speed that up a little bit.
Yeah, you wanted to go even faster, bro?
Like 32 times a second. 16, no, it's not cutting it anymore.
You better speed that shit up. That's funny. Yeah, that was pretty cool. All right, so, man, that was awesome. A great interview with Teddy from Convey the Signs, wasn't it?
Oh, I thought it was awesome. Good job. I didn't even say anything stupid that time.
No, either did I. And he also dropped a tactical nuke when he said he wants to get out of Cleveland.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I can understand that. I really can.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know, you gotta move out, expand.
Yeah, man.
Cleveland's kind of good in ways, and in other ways, it's kind of not so good.
Well, if I always thought about it like this and this type of thing. Well, definitely Cleveland is a smaller market. Even though we have the Rock Hall of Fame and we have such an amazing history, we are a smaller market. It's the same for sports. We're a small market team, right?
That is correct.
Okay. But also, when you get to the point of when you're a really good rock band, like they are, Convey the Signs. Damn. There's not many rock bands like them in Cleveland. You can only reach so many heights and so many levels, you know? You can only get so big in your small market that you want to go to a bigger market and see if you can even expand even more. You know, that's why so many people went to L.A. during the 80s.
Yeah, wish them luck. It's not an easy thing to do.
No, man. It's definitely tough.
With hundreds and thousands maybe of bands.
Well, I mean, think if you can get to the top of your ranking, like look at Michael Stanley Band. Like he got to the top and then he went out on the road. They all do. Pretenders, Chrissy Hyde, right?
Oh, yes.
Don't they all do that?
Yes.
Okay.
It seems.
So, Teddy, I wish you the best of luck.
Teddy, can't wait to talk to you again in the future.
I hope you go out there and you become a big rock star. Come back there, come back to Cleveland and rock it out for us. Hey, Jim, I got to show you a photo real quick. Check this out.
Okay. Was that? Oh.
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm going to pull us out of the scene.
Oh, we're going back to the Beatles now.
Yeah, we're going back to the Beatles.
Oh, how boring.
Yeah, how boring. They were like, oh, man, you're playing this killer music. No, it's the Beatles.
Yeah, nothing. Yesterday, who cares?
Yesterday, all my dreams seem so far away.
Is it those are the words, all my dreams?
I don't know if those are the words. I just made them up.
Paul's going to be mad.
Yeah, maybe. Well, Paul might be dead.
I don't know if he's listening right now, though. Probably not.
Probably not. Does it matter? All right, so fans and critics have interpreted certain songs, album covers, and album artwork as clues about Paul's death, such as the Abbey Road cover. Why is that, Jim?
I don't know.
I thought you would know. Aren't you that Beatles expert?
Oh, no, not necessarily.
This is bullshit.
What was the question again,
I thought you read
teacher?
that book today.
I read one page,
Never
paragraph of one page, and then you got here.
No, I'm just screwing with you, Jim. I have no questions for you. I'm just screwing with you to see if I can get you. All right, a misheard lyric, I Buried Paul in Strawberry Fields Forever, is also associated with this theory. I should ask you, what is that theory, Jim?
Please tell us.
I have no idea.
Fans are on their tiptoes waiting to hear.
Rising Fall said, all my troubles seem so far away.
Oh, that's right.
Those are the lyrics. Thank you so much.
Actually, he was dreaming when he wrote the song. So technically, Paul, we're correct.
Yeah, technically, I'll go with that. That's fine with me. All right, very cool. Okay, so some fans have also claimed to find secret messages about Paul's death by playing songs backwards.
I remember that. Oh, heck yeah.
Did you play the songs backwards? Kill your mother.
Well,
pray to Satan. Was it like that?
Well,
was it like...
I never, out of all the talk about that, I don't remember anybody really showing the evidence for that. I don't remember that. Okay. I buried Paul. Is that what it was?
I buried Paul.
Yeah, come on. They had a kick out of that, I'm sure.
All right, so here's one. Helter Skelter is undoubtedly the Beatles' most controversial song. However, the controversy is no fault of the group. It all has to do with the famous Charles Manson, who opted the song for his own use. What do you think about that?
I think you're right about that. There was a lot of Charles Manson involved with a lot of things back then. A lot of people, it seemed like, boy, he was really a big thing for being such a bad boy.
Hey, we never talked about Charles Manson on the show. Maybe we should do a paranormal segment about Charlie.
Maybe.
Maybe we put Charlie in the shenanigan. We could probably do about 7 episodes of him.
Well, he finally died, right? About maybe 10 years ago or something. 5 years, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. All right, so Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band played the Shea Stadium, released the White Album, which you said is not the White Album. You said during that time at Shea, right? What year was that? Like 73?
Oh, the Beatles?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. What do you mean, like 66 or something?
All right, so John Lennon was ordered to leave the United States within 60 days. Yoko Ono, on the other hand, was granted permanent residency.
Well, why would that be?
Oh, my
Jeff?
God. Can you imagine what her voice was like?
Who's the one
Did
guy?
you listen to her? Did you buy her albums? Were you a big Yoko Ono fan?
That huge John Lennon album that came out right before when he died. They alternated songs. It was John's song and her song and John's song and her song. And I hate to say it, but I like I like John's songs better. I'll just
better than Yoko.
Yeah. Chuck Berry was really thrilled to have them.
Oh
on the
my
show.
God, I watched that.
He about died, and John's like, "Hey man, what's up?"
Did you guys ever see that out there? So like,
oh my God, when she started,
they're rocking and rolling.
God, I'm pretty good at doing Yoko. I have a natural talent. I guess.
Oh boy, that was fantastic. She sounded like she was doing Indian chants, man. He was in the middle of like rocking out and starting to riff and do some lead guitar work, and all of a sudden, I was like, "What?" And John didn't even flinch.
No, he was like, "Hey, man."
He was totally down. He was like, "Yeah,
Chuck, leave.
Oh, this is so cool, right? Oh, Blarney, this is amazing. Keep it going, Yoko." I don't know. Hey, what would you do if you were at Jam Night, right? And Yoko Ono comes up on stage.
Actually,
and right in the middle of your riffing and soloing, you say,
I would behave myself, and I would see if I could get in a band with her. I would get in a band with her doing that right now. At least I'd try it. I mean, I just have a good pair of headphones that you can't hear anything.
Rising Fall said they heard it. It was a great video. They loved it.
Yeah, you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, yeah, so that's crazy. So Robert Solon said, Jim, in our 70s, there was all this bullshit rumors. So, yeah, we're talking about all of them. So, all right, so John Lennon is known as a transformative figure in music history. He was renowned for his role in the Beatles and his influential solo career. Lennon struggled with heroin addiction, which was significant in his later years. Did you guys know that?
Yeah,
I did not know that about John Lennon. I didn't know he was in the smack.
He was in the Dakota, I think, taking care of his family, but maybe involved with that too.
Laying the smack down.
Sad.
Wow, yeah, that's crazy. I did not know that about him.
I wonder if he was off it or on it at the time of his death. I mean, he was getting all that stuff done.
They said in the later years he was on doing the heroin. Do you think that's why he was with Yoko? He just didn't, like, when he was on heroin, she seemed cool? Because when he was sober, he couldn't handle that fucking voice? Oh, I dropped an F-bomb. Didn't mean to.
That's okay.
WMMS is not going to take us if we swear like this.
Yes. Joe, what's your name, Joe, did I say?
Joe?
Let's move on.
It's one of those shows, man. Hey,
Joe Vitale, I was going to call you just then, I think. I wonder why I'm thinking about Joe Vitale now. Hello, who's home?
Does it matter? Okay. So, CIA and the FBI did indeed keep files on John Lennon. due to his outspoken left-wing activism and his association with the Beatles. This led to various conspiracy theories about the CIA involvement in his murder, though these theories have not been proven. Now, also keep in mind, this news report that I put together came from Wikipedia mostly. I tried to do some other searches on some other things for him, but a lot of it comes through Wikipedia, as you know.
It's just such an easy reference.
Yeah, it's a reference point. And also, at the same time, Robert Sullivan said Yoko broke up the Beatles. And that might be true.
Well,
he was really
John let Yoko in the studio.
Yeah,
It's just beyond comprehension to me that the Beatles were freaking out, and John knew. He didn't care. Maybe it was the heroin. I shouldn't say that.
Although there was times I let my girlfriend come to the studio and stuff. Not all the time or every single practice, but I definitely see that it could have its problems, having your girlfriend there.
Well,
and or boyfriend, you know.
It did with them, it seems.
Well, yeah, because she was annoying. All right, so Lennon's famous Give Peace a Chance rally and other anti-war protests contributed to his image as a potential threat to the U.S. government. The actions of John Lennon's assassin, Mark Chapman, during legal proceedings fueled conspiracy theories suggesting the CIA involvement in his murder. Some theories propose Chapman was brainwashed or manipulated by a rogue CIA faction. And guys, check this out.
For real?
Yeah.
What?
Coming soon to Outlaw Radio, paranormal segment, we're going to go into brainwashing and FBI torture techniques and all that crazy stuff.
Yeah, nothing's really changed with them, I guess, at this point. It's probably even worse.
Yeah, for sure. The U.S. vs. John Lennon is a documentary which explores Lennon's political activism and the government's response, highlighting the CIA's surveillance and the attempted deportation. You know that the CIA wanted to deport John Lennon.
Yes,
they wanted to kick him out of the country.
When he said give peace a chance, I think that was the last straw. You know, he just needed
You
to
all
go.
have to say give peace a chance.
No, get out of here.
Get out of here. Yeah, they wanted to send him on packing. They wanted to deport him.
But he ended up winning, right? Well, he did.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, he was here. Maybe that's when he was killed. He was here when they were trying to deport him. I don't remember.
No, I think he was clean and clear, and that segment of his life was over. I believe. If I'm wrong, please clarify, anybody out there.
Diana Baker's trying to jump all over my story. I was just about to say it about him talking about how he was bigger than Jesus.
They needed the Beatles to say something so they could be negative and start controversy, I guess.
Yeah,
he was making he was probably, I'm thinking he was just making a comment thinking, it's kind of ridiculous how big we are. My God, people are going off more on us than they do Jesus.
Well, yeah, so Lennon's remark that the Beatles were more popular than Jesus led to backlash and record burnings. People were burning their records in the street.
That was Tennessee, or I don't know what state that was in, but it wasn't happening around in Cleveland. Nobody was burning any Beatles records. Myself and all my friends, we didn't care that he said that. We just loved their music too much.
Yeah, so the Rising Fall wrote me, and they said, oh, my God, she just watched the Yoko and Chuck Berry video.
Did she?
How did they hold a straight face? Rising Fall, I don't know how they held a straight face because I would have lost it completely. I am not good in those situations where something's funny and I can't hide it. I'd lose it.
He's going, he's playing, okay, 1-4-5, was that what that song is? And he's probably thinking, what is she doing here?
Everybody's rocking.
And then all of a sudden,
I would be like, what?
I'm good at that, actually.
Yeah. I don't know. That's crazy.
A Yoko tribute band, maybe?
Oh, God.
In my future?
Oh, my God. You should do just Yoko songs. That'd be fantastic. You could put a band together and get a Yoko singer. I love that idea. That'd be great. I think it'd be super popular in Cleveland. Everybody'd love it. Robert Sullivan, maybe you could play some sax.
Oh, yeah.
He would lose his mind.
By the way, we're glad you're watching the show. Sully.
Sully would lose his mind. He'd be like, I'm taking my sax and I'm leaving.
I think he's gonna take his sax and hit it over somebody's head.
Yeah, that's funny. Well,
No,
Stutz
he's
doesn't
not
play
a
in that
violent
band.
person. He's a very nice guy.
You missed my joke.
Okay, okay. Take 2.
It doesn't matter. I'm not going to say it again. You can't say it twice.
Yeah, I know. It just
It ruins
if
the.
it doesn't work the first time.
Ruins
The
it.
second.
All right. So there are various conspiracy theories surrounding Yoko Ono, but they are largely unsubstantiated and based on speculation rather than evidence. The most common theory is that she was involved in Lennon's murder, which is not supported by any credible evidence anywhere. Courtney Love is more responsible for her husband's murder than Yoko Ono was. She was infatuated with John Lennon. She would have never done that, in my opinion.
Okay.
What do you think? Do you think she killed him? Think she hired
no.
Mark Chapman, who was mentally unstable in the first place?
Oh, please.
No.
He's still around, right? Is he out on parole or something, or is he?
No,
Still,
is he out?
Does he have an ankle thing around his ankle, or I don't know. I think he's probably still in there. But if anybody knows out there, please inform us so we don't look stupid.
Yeah, man. There's so many great comments. Janine Spring said, "Yeah, Courtney Love from day one. Yeah, of course we know she killed Kurt." So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna play a song. We're actually gonna play Stadler's. Stadler's new song, "She's Slipping Away." Have you heard this one yet, Jim?
Am I going to do my Beatles thing now or after that?
Yeah, after that. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
It's Please Please Me.
Please Please Me.
Album.
Just
a little bit.
We'll be right back.
She made me feel so bad.
this is Jeff James.
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
And you're listening to Outlaw Radio. That was Stadler with She's Slipping Away, Jim.
Man, that was another outstanding song. You're really picking them good this week. Well,
that was
actually,
a nice little break,
week.
right?
What's that?
A nice little break.
Yeah. But that's Rocky. And
yeah, that was rocking.
it's like they were singing a line, and then there was an answer and singing a line. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, they have new music coming too for us very soon. And so we're back to the Beatles. Take it over, Jim.
Well, basically, I got this information from a book called The British Invasion, page 19. It's about Please Please Me, and basically, I'm a little confused on what this means myself. But most of Please Please Me, the album, was retitled Introducing the Beatles. So I guess maybe there were different songs on that album between the original Please Please Me and then Introducing the Beatles. Boy, did I love Introducing the Beatles. I listened to the heck out of that one. Oh, man. Every single song blew me away when I was a kid.
Very cool. Hey, real quick, Mark David Chapman is still at Green Haven facility.
Oh, is he good?
He was denied parole 13 times per Wikipedia.
He'll never get out of there, but that's a good thing.
Thought I'd add that in there.
Well, good. So basically, the album was retitled Introducing the Beatles, and then the early Beatles for the U.S. market remained unpolished and derivative, but it represented a remarkable stride from their demo of just a year earlier. At that point, the album soon hit number one, and this is why I wanted to bring this up, where it stayed for 7 days, not 7 months. Not 7 days, not 7 weeks, but 7 months at number one.
7 months at number one.
And then when it dropped out of first place, they weren't really exactly upset about that, because after that album went out of first place, what do you think album was number one? It was another Beatle album again. Boy,
that's crazy.
Did they rule? So it's just really amazing how intense the whole situation, how they just freaked everybody out, for so long. And, at this time, Mersey Beat magazine said the Beatles had already turned out 100 songs. So I found that just amazing, too. And this was at about the same time that John, sang his Twist and Shout with his sore throat. So that's about it. I just kind of opened up the book and pointed my finger. And
what was the name of that book?
The British Invasion. I've had it for a long time. It was very good. It has all the different bands actually in the 60s, but it does start off with the Beatles. And
nice.
That's the largest section. They have Pink Floyd and stuff too. Everybody actually. It's
that was very cool
book. So that was it.
Oh, very good, Jim. Did a great job with that.
Thank you.
I will say this. Jim was cramming for the finals when I came in today to do pre-production and talk to him. He had the book open and he was taking notes. I'm like, "What you up to, buddy?" And he's like, "It's last-minute things."
I was too busy listening to my song Till Yesterday.
He's all excited about his song Till Yesterday. He put it out there. Why don't you tell him real quick what it's about and how they can hear and find it, Jim?
I recorded it many, many years ago. It was originally a live stream that was done by a dear friend of mine that has passed away, Larry Bennett. And he just came over one day, and I was working on the song for just days and days. So when he got here, I luckily was able to get through it on the first take. It's a long song. And, well, that's about all I could say about it. I think it's one of my favorite songs now. It went up to number one, so I listened to it today, and I kept listening to it. And then I looked at the clock, and I'm going, I got to do that Beatles thing. So, I waited till the last minute.
Sunday at 5 o'clock, he was like, "Man, I guess I'll sit down." And I bet this is what happened. He sat down, he flipped the book open, right? And he's like, "Please, me. Okay, yeah, I'll write about this one." That's what happened.
That's what I did. I mean, How can you go wrong?
I'm spending weeks at a time researching the bands and where they're from and coming up with all this content. And he's just flipping the book open and he's like,
hold on, Jeff. I'll be done in a minute.
that one.
Yeah.
That's great, Jeff.
That is such a fun song to sing, the harmony parts and stuff, like all their songs, basically.
Well, guys, we have a rant, and I want to read it to you because there's some really cool stuff happening in the news. We may only be a radio station for a little while. It depends on who has their button on the...
Tactical nuke incoming!
I don't want to say this word because it's overused, but kind of literally. Not figuratively.
I was thinking about this before we went on air today. So Biden got us in this mess, and Trump can't get us out of it. That's what I was thinking.
It's escalating now, isn't it?
It's crazy,
What did you tell me happened?
So Ukraine launched a drone strike on Russia today. There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes about this with the whole Russian thing. But they launched a drone strike and they hit a whole bunch of their long-range bombers in Siberia and deep into Russia. So this is a big problem right now. And I'm just going to give you a little rant, and then we're going to be done with it, okay? So, and one thing I also want to say, Jim, is Cleveland living in nuclear winter right now? Because it sure as heck feels like it. Do you think the temperatures will warm up?
Well, maybe they've been right all along. Climate change.
Yeah,
it's just
I was hoping for
seasonal.
global warming to kick in, and we could be like Florida.
There's up and downs. There's bigger ups, smaller ups, bigger downs, upper downs. So with that knowledge,
What, peaks and valleys? So
yeah, and it's a normal thing.
L.A. is at a peak, and Cleveland's in the valley.
Well, we got billions and billions of tons of ice up there in the north, or is that the south? I forget. Was that Antarctica, or I forget right now.
Hey, Robert Solon said this. The Beatles had 3 or 4 songs in the top 40 constantly.
Well,
That's true.
At one point, I think they had 6 songs in the top 10, including one of the songs they really disliked a lot. I'm kind of remember the song.
They have a huge catalog.
Hold Me Tight. You know, I've read so many
Huge
times
catalog.
that they really hated Hold Me Tight. And I love to sing that song. And that was like number 6. Oh, no, we don't like that song, but it's number 6. I'd be happy to get a song on the whatever, and I'm 600.
Well, music's changed a lot, so if they came out today, they wouldn't even be in the top 100. We have Beyonce and with her country music song.
Oh, yeah.
Good job, Beyonce. You really got the nomination for Country Music Artist.
Excellent.
Excellent. Good job for you. All right, well, here we go. Since its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February of 2022, Russia has repeatedly used nuclear threats to pressure the West and to deter increased support for Ukraine. Russia has placed its nuclear forces on heightened alert. Deployment of tactical nuclear weapons in Belarus in March of 2023, Russia announced the deployment of tactical nuclear weapons. I almost stuttered there. In Belarus, marking the first instance of Russian stationing nuclear weapons outside its borders since the Soviet Union's collapse. It's a lot of words there. In November of 2024, Russia updated its nuclear doctrine, which experts interpret as lowering the threshold for nuclear use, potentially allowing a response to conventional attacks. Testing and deployment of nuclear-capable systems, Russia has tested and deployed advanced delivery systems, including hypersonic missiles. Okay? They had the suspension of the arms control treaties. Russia suspended its participation, man, there's a lot of words here, man, in the New START treaty with the U.S., raising concerns about the future of nuclear arms control. Russia said to the USA and NATO, no long-range missiles that can strike inside Russia. And what did they do?
Is that a bunch of the stuff that we recently sent to them, or have they had these for, since Biden was, I wonder. I guess it may, I don't know if it's important, but.
I remember Trump sent javelins, Biden sent a bunch of missiles, and then now everybody's getting in on it, and I think Germany wants to give them the Taurus long-range missiles so they could go deep into Russia and possibly hit Moscow. I read a whole bunch of stuff and watched a whole bunch of crazy videos, and I'm not going to even give my opinion on what's really going on in Ukraine.
I don't have a clue.
But Russia said to the USA and NATO, no long-range missiles that can strike inside Russia, right? They sent them long-range missiles. They said, we will consider nuclear strikes if you did this. We did it anyway.
I wonder what Germany's
Crazy,
thinking right
man.
now. You know, now that
Crazy.
Russia's infrastructure, a lot of it's been damaged. I don't know if the oil fields have, but Germany relies on Russian oil, and they got to be sweating big time in Europe right now. A lot of those countries.
Yeah, it's crazy. The estimated DEFCON level is at 3 due to ongoing global tensions. This level is used to indicate increased readiness for potential conflict. In my opinion, we never learned from our past mistakes, so here we go again. We have warmongers, neocons, and at this point, Jim, and I know this might be unpopular because I did vote for the man, but who's really running America right now? I'm not sold on the fact that Trump is running things.
And you know, I thought maybe the FBI was going to be getting it together. Maybe it's just going to take a long time for them to figure out who they have to get rid of there. And, you know, isn't most of the FBI, a lot of them corrupt
I don't know.
anyway? So you have to figure out who you could trust. So Bongino really has his job to do, that's for sure.
I don't know. I don't know about Bongino as the guy.
I liked him in his show, but we haven't heard anything yet.
That was
Last
a
week they said,
podcast.
we'll get back to you. There's stuff
That was a
coming.
podcast, man.
Yeah, it was.
It was a podcast. So, yeah, and he was being an entertainer. You ever hear him on his podcast?
I always kind of liked him.
Yeah, I mean, he
so
was good.
honest.
He was entertaining. But
Yeah.
as an assistant FBI director, I don't know.
He was emotional, and he just let it all out and stuff.
All right.
He was cool, but
So let me also say this. So maybe Trump is running the country, but maybe I wouldn't say sold out, but maybe they have him under control with this whole Ukraine situation, because if you go back in time, he wanted to get us out of this thing. He didn't want remember his rallies. He wanted us out of the Ukraine. He didn't want us participating in that war. He wanted to end it. Now we're sending even more missiles. We're in this, folks. We're with NATO. The media's not telling you the truth, but you'll see it soon enough.
and those countries still aren't paying their fair share. So I don't know.
No.
But you
they're
know
not.
what is I find interesting? What Obama did when he was president about the situation? What did he do? And I thought, you know, do you remember what he sent over there?
No.
In part, anyways.
What'd he send? I can't remember.
Blankets. Do you remember that?
Oh, that's right. Why
Hey,
would you
you
send
know,
blankets?
Well,
man?
they were cold. It was winter,
Yeah, I get that.
and it wasn't bombs.
Yeah, that's true.
And at the same time, he's deporting all these people and got away with it. And now Trump can't deport one person. Doesn't seem fair.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to jump into a song. When we come back, we have the Shenane, but I got something special for you today. This is from Mr. Moonlight. This song is called Somebody's Gonna Die. And this is for these crazy fucking politicians out there, man. They're going to send us all to our graves.
I wanted to mention Tom Dodak is playing the lead guitar solo and the rhythm guitars. I'm playing drums and bass and guitars too, but Tom Dodak kills it on the guitar solo. Good going, Tom.
We heard it first from Mr. Moonlight. This
Crank
is
it up. I'm
Mr.
a little
Moonlight.
slow.
Somebody's gonna die.
I don't know what to believe. Nothing but strangers in town nowadays. Sure doesn't taste like mom's apple pie. like the old days. Somebody's gonna die. Is there a battle cry? It won't be you or I. I hope I'm on the side that wins. Give it the old college try. Get out the popcorn, watch them go by. Like the old days, somebody's gonna die. Is there a battle cry? It won't be you or I. I'm going to let this all sink in about just what they're saying. It's happening. Just eating my popcorn, watching the U.S. crash and burn like the old days. Somebody's gonna die. Is there a battle cry? Somebody's gonna die. It won't be you or I. Somebody's gonna die. Is there a battle cry? Somebody's gonna die.
You know what?
Hi, this is Jeff James,
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
and you're listening to Outlaw Radio. Someone's gonna die, Jim.
Yeah. The song that you loaded was the untrimmed version. So you got 10 seconds of silence, maybe to say your prayers or something.
Jim looked at me and he's like, which one did you upload? I'm like, the first one. And he's like, no.
I wrote that song after watching those riots in Berkeley, about 7 years ago or something, when Obama was president. There were people marching through Berkeley, and some lady looked at a camera and said, "Somebody's gonna die." So that's how that song was born.
Yeah, I thought that would be the perfect song to come out of that story about the rant about nuclear war ruining our show. Just want to point that out. If we have nuclear war, it's probably going to take us off the air.
That was about the same time where I guess there were the billions of dollars worth of damage on those mostly non-violent protests.
Yeah, I got you.
But it was real money, I think, that it cost.
Oh, very cool.
Billions.
That's fantastic. Well, of course it is. So, Jim, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Are you ready to tell us what is coming?
Next week on Outlaw Radio Show. And actually, I don't know. Maybe we're going to be known, or could be known as Outlaw Radiation. Why do I like that? We'll see. Well, anyways, Thursday, June 5th at 3 p.m. with Joe Vitale.
Holy cow.
For an exclusive interview. Wait, let me repeat that. Joe Vitale. I don't think I even have to say who he is, right? I mean, who doesn't know him?
You guys all know who Joe Vitale is. The Eagles, Crosby, Still, Nash, Young, Buffalo, Springfield.
He played the
Joe Walsh.
He played the drums on Rocky Mountain Way. Oh, man. And by the way, I just saw a video with Kenny Passarelli. You know, they just put that on, and he was talking about those days back then, and it was Kenny Passarelli is so cool. He was talking about how they really loved each other, and there was camaraderie, if that's the word, and it was just a really good time. Even though Joe Walsh, when he came up with the idea, he was cutting his grass, and he came up, he was looking at the mountains, the Rocky Mountains, and He came up with Rocky Mountain Way. So then he just let go of the lawnmower and ran in to write down the words so he doesn't forget it. That's something I would do.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's his lawnmower ran into his neighbor's yard and, I don't know, went into the garden. It was mayhem.
Man, he's got Joe Walsh is amazing. Great, amazing music. I grew up listening to Joe Walsh. Grew up listening to every single band he played in. My brothers and sisters listened to all that, and I loved it as well. I still play Ohio by Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. I love that song.
Oh, heck yeah. I have
Great
a Joe
tune.
Vitale album too. I can't remember I really liked it. It was great. I think Joe Walsh was on it.
Yeah. Yes.
Plantation Harbor or something. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't botch that, but that's
Yes.
a really good album. But anyways.
So yeah, I'm just to say it one more time. Joe Vitale's coming. What day is that, Jim?
It's on June 5th. That's coming up this real soon, this week, I guess.
This Thursday.
Yeah.
What time?
3 o'clock, 3 p.m. Yes. So remember that. But then that's okay. You could always see it on the reruns, so to speak, on YouTube. So that's going to be followed by Outlaw Radio Nation at 5:30 p.m. with Eddie Tomeko from AudioWorks and BVS. What a great guy. We do a lot of work with BVS, and we were just in the studio a couple days ago with Eddie working on some stuff, but he knows how to run a studio. A lot of equipment there that he's a master of. So it's really cool.
And one thing I'd like to say real quick is we're going to be releasing shorts on YouTube and then Facebook and all the other channels we're on of the exclusive interview. So we'll be taking 2 or 3 cuts from our interview, our hour-long interview, breaking them down. We'll have music play underneath. Hopefully we get their releases on the copyright so we can play their music. And then we'll have some other stuff. We're going to quantize it for you guys and deliver a really cool package. And those are coming. We have one coming this week. So
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it'll be super cool.
Well, let me continue. Next Sunday. Okay. I said next Sunday.
And what do we have coming with?
I did kind of do that. Eddie Tomeko. Am I pronouncing that right? How come I'm having a problem with that?
Tomeko, tomato. Tomato. I don't know.
He's with AudioWorks and BVS Films, plus great music, shout-outs, and literally lots of Cleveland fun. Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. Point.
Literally.
Yes. So now I will continue.
Okay.
Next Sunday on Outlaw Radio Show at 7 p.m., we have interviews with The Rising Fall.
Cool thing about that is they watched the show all the way through today, and they want to say they are looking forward to coming on the show next week. They wanted to say goodnight and say goodbye to Outlaw Radio, and to all of our listeners, they're going to be our guests next week.
I'm looking forward to that. And you know who else is going to be? Another Dead Rock Star. I want to hear that song. I don't know about them yet.
We have played them once on the show.
Oh, I guess I do.
It's been a while since we played them, but they are a Cleveland band, Another Dead Rock Star, and they're very cool too. We're going to play them, and we're going to interview them.
Okay.
What else we got?
We also have music by After the Apocalypse.
Yeah.
ATA, I guess for short.
ATA.
Hey, I'm going to go see ATA tonight.
I need some ATA.
And there's a shout out to Eddie Hursky.
Eddie Hursky, buddy. Shout out to you, the lead singer of After the Apocalypse.
Cool. And there's a shout out to Circle of Nero.
Circle of Nero. Thanks for tuning in tonight. You guys rock.
Shout out to Conspiracy 216.
And here, I'll give Conspiracy 216 this. They had a show this weekend. I think it was maybe last night or Friday. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But it was Friday night. They played at Afterlife, right? And I heard they had a killer show.
I wouldn't be surprised. They have a new lineup.
There you go. They are playing June 19th at the local. That's right down the street from where we live.
And we're going to go.
And we'll be there. And we'll bring a shirt for you.
Yeah, we sure will.
Johnny Rocker.
Kick your ass.
We got you, buddy.
Also a shout out to DSR. My Cleveland Project, of course.
My Cleveland Project. Love you guys, and thank you for the support. They watched the show today.
Well, my Cleveland project with Joe Davis.
Joe
That's pretty
Davis.
cool, and he was awesome on the show, wasn't he, last week?
Joe
or
Davis
whatever
was
that
amazing. So I'm going
Man,
to
that
play.
guy, wow.
I'm going to play this song that Joe Davis played on, and I believe it's called "Am I Just a Fool?" And we have not played that on our show yet.
When are you playing that?
We're playing it next week.
Oh, okay. Well, let me continue. Shout out to Juke Johnson, and special drop by Crypt Kicker, that kick butt metal band that's ruled in Cleveland for a while. They have some competition, don't they, though, with Conspiracy 216 and other bands? Maybe?
There's a lot of competition in Cleveland.
A lot of good stuff happening.
Crypt Kicker is one of the iconic bands in Cleveland. They've been in Cleveland a long time. They've been kicking ass, and we're bringing them on an exclusive 1-hour interview because they have a new album coming out. They happen to be recording that album at AudioWorks, by the way.
That is so cool.
And we heard some of the music. We loved it. They need to come on. They are a big Cleveland band, and they need to get their word out on what they do because they tear it up.
I can't wait to hear them. Alrighty here then. The Paranormal Chef is back. In spite of it being his birthday, he works on his birthday.
Yes.
He'll be talking about ancient realms like Atlantis.
Do you believe in Atlantis?
I kind of do, maybe. There's a lot of underground structures that are underwater. I don't know. Why can't they find it anyway and be done with it?
Rising Fall said, I really hope we have those fun sound bites for our interview.
Oh, yeah, that's the... Yeah. We never...
Hi, this is Jeff James.
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
And you're listening to Outlaw Radio. There's a few for you.
You know...
Then we have a whole bunch of others.
We never overuse those sound effects, right?
Never.
No. The Shanae explores Elton John, Elon Musk, in
Elton
the final
John.
chapter of Elon. He told me, enough of Elon, you're done with Elon, go to something else. And I'm trying to figure out a substitute. I haven't done that yet. Maybe Chuck Schumer, we could talk about his career and stuff.
What about that other guy that played in Ozzy's band, Ozzy Newsome? Why don't we do one on him?
Doesn't Ozzy has a son that played basketball? Maybe we could talk to him if Ozzy's busy.
Oh, my God. That's funny.
Ozzy Newsome. How do I do that?
Randy Rhoads, Rudy Sazzo, and Ozzy Newsome. From the Cleveland Browns will be performing tonight.
I think he was a forward, wasn't he? I don't think he wasn't the center. No, that was that.
Wasn't Ozzy Newsome a defensive player for the Cleveland Browns, or was he? He was a receiver.
I don't even know what he.
I don't know what he did.
I think. I'm forgetting. I don't even know. I can't remember if he's basketball or football right now.
Oh boy, this is great.
Oh man, I'm a sports fanatic. That's for sure.
What we need to do is, we need to do a sports show one day.
And you could believe everything I say, apparently.
Oh,
you know, the Scene Awards and Off the Rails Fun Outlaws. What's that mean? I guess the Scene Awards we're going to be doing, they're coming out. And Off the Rails.
And the Scene Awards and Off the Rail Fun Outlaws.
Yeah, I guess it is what it is. And by the way, I'm booked on July 5th at Sacred Vortex again. It's free, and we have a band TBA soon. To
be announced.
Yes. People know that.
I think that you will literally read anything I put down. So here I've got this idea popping around in my head right now, like, and I like to do the cha-cha. I think I could write whatever, and I think you might read it. I think I might be able to trick you and get you one of these days.
I'm going to strip and run down the street right now.
Yeah, put that in there. And I like never mind. Okay.
Move on, maybe.
Move on. So do you want to talk about Elon's? Or, well, maybe you want to talk about Elton John first. Elton John's wealth, and then we'll move on to Elon's wealth.
Well, sad to say that this is the last episode of Elon Musk. But I'm going to fight like heck to do other ones. But we'll have to see if Jeff could go with that. I bet.
If you could go months and months and months of Elon.
Yeah. The whole show is going to be the Elon Musk show.
Now for our 300th episode, the story of Elon Musk.
The guy's a trip, isn't he? I can't imagine how smart he is. He's the lead engineer with those rockets. There's nobody above him. He's doing all that. He's doing the Doge, and he's in charge of all that rocket stuff.
You know, they have 35 Starlinks. It's not like they just have a couple up there floating around. They have like 39 of them.
They must have they have thousands and thousands of spare parts up there that are one of these days going to be showering down on us, I think. They don't know what to do with them all.
Yeah, I think I got rid of your Shanae. There we go. Hold on a second. I want to do something.
I did lose my spot.
Okay, now we're back.
Okay. My phone took a dump on me just now.
We are back, Cleveland. So, yeah, I'm super excited about what we have coming. We have so many great shows coming. Jim was just about to launch into the third installment of the first chapter of Elon Musk. And we were talking about Starlink. 35 Starlinks are up there. Hey, guys, how do they not all bump into each other, right? Have you ever really thought about it? They're all up there in low Earth orbit. And not just like 35 of them. And I know space is infinite, right? But it's got to be like circling. Because they pick a point in lower Earth orbit where the gravity is. So everything's like circling around, right? How did they not all bump into each other?
Well, there's so much space in between the stars, even though there's billions of them. I guess when the two, the Milky Way and the Andromeda galaxies merge in the next, 5 billion years or something like that, you would think that there's going to be all these huge collisions between all the stars. But apparently that's not necessarily the way it's going to be. The stars are so far apart from each other that they could join up, and I don't know if that's true, but I found that fascinating. Well, anyways, I'm back to Elon Musk. You know, he's the wealthiest person in the world. No, I didn't. Is he? That's what it says here.
What, Jeff Bezos? More rich than Elon? What about Elton?
How about Elton John?
Ozzie Newsome.
Ozzie Newsome.
Oh, he's got to be loaded, too.
I bet he does, yes.
He probably has, whatever that.
He has an estimated worth. I mean, Elon Musk has an estimated worth of $381 billion as of May 2025. So this is pretty current, according to Bloomberg Billionaires Index, and $424 billion according to Forbes, primarily from his ownership stake in Tesla and SpaceX.
Man, could you guys even fathom that amount of money? It's amazing.
I can't. I don't think anybody can. I bet he can't almost.
If I had that type of money, Jim, after the show, we would jump on my jet and we'd fly to Beijing and we would have real Chinese food.
Why not?
You could do it. With that type of money, you could probably go to
how about we get on one of his rockets?
You could go to the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you could do it like those chicks did and just pretend you went to the moon.
You know, you think he'd do a trial run to the moon, but no, he's going right to Mars. And apparently in a few years, it's going to be happening unmanned or something like that. But let's continue.
Matt Guka said there's 14,900 active satellites at least in the orbit right now.
That's unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, and they're not crashing into each other, although one did crash down a few weeks ago. It was a Russian one, I think.
Yeah, but why would it fall? I was thinking about that the other day. Why would it fall? Because it's in the gravity thing, right? And it's just spinning around, being sucked in by gravity and just being whipped around.
But they still need to adjust the
yeah, I know, but even if they didn't adjust, wouldn't it just keep floating around?
Well, there's some gravity, and just that little gravity is enough to bring it down. So they turn on a little rocket jet, bring it back.
I don't think that's
keep it in the orbit. I don't know what I'm talking about.
There's no way that's. They've got motherships just hanging out in low Earth orbit with a couple blasts of like. Because they'd be up there forever. How would you change out the the gasoline in there, or diesel, or whatever they use. Rocket fuel.
A lot of nuclear stuff, right? Possibly.
Yeah.
Okay, having been first listed on the Forbes billionaires list in 2012, around 75% of Musk's wealth was derived from Tesla stock in November of 2020. Boy, that's something else. 75%. Wow.
My Cleveland Project said, no, Jeff, it ran out of gas.
Yeah.
And Matt Kuka said they're called boosters.
I thought, don't they use kerosene? I mean, I think I heard that they really do in a way. Some kind of...
Matt, do they use kerosene? I need to know that.
I know that sounds silly, but I swear I read it. So it's got to be true. And my memory's perfect, too, by the way.
Yes,
Describing himself as cash poor. I believe it. You know, everything's tied up in stock. If you have a lot of wealth and everything's in the stock market, it's not cash wealth. You're going to have to sell that stock to get the money. So he describes himself as cash poor. I think that's so much.
I'm sure he just uses his black credit card. Why would you use anything else? If I had that money, Jim, I would have one credit card and it would be unlimited, and we would spend so much money it would be sickening. We wouldn't waste anything, but we would definitely have a good time.
I'll make sure every penny is spent properly.
We'd be dead in a year.
I should run for a governor or something. You could trust me. Describing himself as cash poor, I already read that. He became the first person in the world to have a net worth of above $300 billion a year later. By December 2024, he became the first person to reach a net worth of $400 billion. Now we have the Musk Foundation. Musk is president of the Musk Foundation he founded in 2001. Whose stated purpose is to provide solar power energy systems in disaster areas with an interest in human space exploration. Then it says pediatrics. Why are they pediatrics? Okay. Renewable energy and safe artificial intelligence. As long as it's safe, who's doing the unsafe intelligence thing?
I don't know. Hey, everybody's still stuck on this rocket fuel stuff.
Oh, really?
They're talking about solar nuke batteries, the older ones.
From 2002 to 2018, the foundation donated nearly half of its $25 million directly to Musk's OpenAI. The foundation's assets reached $9.4 billion by the end of 2021, but it only dispensed $160 million to charities that year. Only? Well, I guess that's a small percentage when you're looking at $2.4 billion.
That's amazing, though.
The Musk Foundation has been criticized for its self-serving donations to efforts close to Musk's family and companies.
Who cares?
How dare he have his own?
How dare you
interest?
take care of your family and your own interests?
You don't have the right to have your own interests there.
How
Elon.
dare you have all that money and not share it with everyone? Just your family. It's disgusting.
Oh, it's the low payout ratio that's really freaking them out, I guess. In 2021, after Musk challenged World Food Program Director David Beasley to draft a plan to use money of Musk that Beasley said could contribute to ending world hunger.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah. Can you believe it? Musk instead donated the $6 billion in question to his own foundation. How dare he use his own money to help people and things on his own foundation?
And if we had that money, Jim, we'd be funding every Cleveland band. I swear to God, we would pick like 10 to 15 bands and we would fund them for the year. We'd travel all over the world.
Finally, to wrap up, Musk donate. Did I already say that? Yeah, I think I read that. That means I'm done, Jeff.
Oh,
no
boy.
more Elon Musk.
We're not going to do one next week of Elon?
Okay. Yeah. I wonder what it's going to be. I mean, there's only so many subjects here. Maybe the public image one. I don't think we've done that. So with that,
well, next week will be the last installment of Elon.
And I got to come up with somebody else. You know.
Well, I'm sure there's tons of them out there. I think you should talk about warmongers and neocons in the deep state. I have no idea what any of that is.
Huh.
I understand the idea of it. But
I had a pretty good shenanigans about, in November, October, that was about really some cool stuff concerning the government, and considering that we didn't have many listeners at that time, maybe I could just redo that one. But we'll see.
A repeat of one of your stories?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, we'll see about that. And Jim, he did say the older boosters, they did have kerosene.
Okay.
There you go, Jim. You were right about something.
Jeez. I'm done.
That's it. All right, so I want to thank everybody that came to Outlaw Radio today. Saw 2 really great interviews. Awaiting Abigail, they were fantastic. I want to thank James, Lori, and I also want to thank Abigail, right? I also want to thank Teddy from Convey the Signs. Thank you for coming on and talking about the Cleveland music scene.
Oh, you guys are great.
And all the stuff you got going on.
You're so lucky to be in a band with your band members.
Yeah. Tracy said good night.
Good night.
They're all going to say good night to us right now. And thank you guys so much for watching the show tonight. It was great. Like I said, we will be back Thursday at 3 o'clock with Joe Vitale, followed by 5:30 with Eddie Temecco, and doing the Outlaw Radio Nation show. We have music all week long on Rockstar Radio Underground on Live 365. The Paranormal Chef will be back next week with ancient realms like Atlantis and some of the other obscure ones that you may not know about. I'm going to do a lot of research into it this week. The Shanae's last episode of Elon Musk. Thank God.
I had to come up with something.
And then we have a bunch of great music. Rising Fall being with an interview and another Dead Rock Star. Back to Sunday again at 7 o'clock. And then we have music, like I said, all week long on Rockstar Radio if you get sick of listening to us.
I'm already afraid thinking about Joe Vitale being on the show.
Yeah, he's already nervous about it. He's like, I don't know what to ask him, and I don't want to.
Well, I don't have to. That's up to
like,
you. You're going to be stuck with that one. I might say something like, I don't know. I have actually something I could ask him, but I don't think he would like it.
Joe, if you're out there listening, I'm going to put together some amazing questions for you, and it's going to be a lot different than the questions that everybody already asks you. I'm going to find some obscure rumor stuff and ask you about the truth and about some stuff.
And we're not going to ask you about everything about Joe Walsh either. It's about you.
It's about you as a drummer and your experiences playing in those bands. So that's what we'll be doing.
Awesome.
So we have a lot of cool stuff in the works, and I'm excited about releasing it. We've been Outlaw Radio. I got one more song to play for you, and then we're out of here, folks. It was a good night, wasn't it, Jim? You have a good time?
Yeah, I think I did. It's getting a little bit easier. I'm not just trying to wait for it to be over. I have to set my attitude to where be in the moment right now, be happy you're there, and just deal with it. And it's a lot easier. I'm a lot less nervous, and I think I'm starting to do a little bit better. Hopefully, if I'm not, I'll be out on my butt, I think.
Oh, well, we have plenty of people.
Leslie,
to replace you.
She's trying to get my job. She did
When can I be back on again? That's what everybody says, man. That's funny. Yeah, slowly replacing Jim and getting him out of here. All right, so we got one more song. We will see you Thursday with our exclusive interview with Joe Vitale, then the Outlaw Radio Nation.
Unreal.
We've been Outlaw Radio Show. I had a great time. Jim, you want to say goodnight?
Good night, everybody.
All right, this is Jay Jones with Dig a Hole. We tried to move mountains, but sometimes you just dig a hole.
Hey, good time.
Hey, this is Jay Jones, and you're listening to Outlaw Radio.
You go your way, and I go mine. Maybe our paths will cross at a better time. All I know, it's time for me to go. We were gonna move mountains, but all we did was dig a hole. We did the best that we could do. It's gonna hurt me as much as it hurts you. I know. Yeah, it's time for me to go. We were gonna move mountains, and you're like wine. Let's agree to disagree. Move on down the line, yeah, I know. It's time for me to go. Yeah, we tried to move a mountain, but all we did was dig a hole. Girl, we tried to move a mountain, but all we did was dig a hole. Yeah, we tried moving mountains. All we did was dig a hole.